Hello and welcome to today's video called Fractions of Fractions. First, let's talk about some vocabulary words that you will need to know and understand for today's lesson. Vertical, upright or perpendicular to the horizon. This is a picture of a vertical line. Horizontal, in a left to right orientation, parallel to the horizon. This is a picture of a horizontal line. First, let's talk about modeling how to find a fraction of a fraction. To begin with, we are going to look at the fraction pair 2/3 and 1/2, and we are going to explore how to find 2/3 of 1/2. Let's look at this purple rectangle and pretend like we've got a purple piece of paper in front of us. The first fraction that we're going to focus on is 1/2. We're going to look at the denominator of 1/2, which is 2, and we're going to divide this purple piece of paper into 2 equal portions by folding it in half. As you can see, I have drawn a thin green line down the center of this piece of paper to show the fold that I would have made if this were a real piece of paper. The next thing I'm going to do is shade in one of these two sides to represent the fraction 1/2. It will look like this. The next part that I need to look at is the fraction 2/3. The next thing I need to do is split this paper up so that it represents the 2/3 fraction. The first thing I need to do is make 2 more folds to create thirds. These folds are going to be made horizontally across the paper, not vertically like the first fold that I made to represent 1/2. When I'm finished, it will look like this. Now I have divided my paper into 1, 2, 3 equal thirds by making 3 horizontal folds down the length of this paper. The last thing that I need to do is shade in 2/3 of this entire paper. When I'm finished, it will look like this. As you can see, I have shaded in 1/3 here and 1/3 here for a total of 2/3. When looking at this entire piece of paper, you can see that there were 2 sections of the paper that were shaded twice. This section right here and this section right here. I am going to mark these with a big red X. These 2 parts represent 2/3 of 1/2. But what is this fraction? How would you read this if I asked you to tell me what this stands for? As you can see, the entire paper is divided into a total of 6 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we know that our denominator is going to be 6. There are 2 sections, 1, 2, that have been shaded twice, so our numerator is going to be 2. This means that 2/3 of 1/2 is 2/6. Now, let's talk about finding a fraction of a fraction. Let's look at finding 3/4 of the fraction 2/3. We are going to use the same strategy as we did on the next slide, and as a matter of fact, this is a strategy you will be asked to use in class extensively the day after you watch this video. As we did on the last slide, the first thing we're going to do is look at the second fraction, which is 2/3, and we are going to first divide this rectangle into thirds vertically. When we are finished, it will look like this. Next, we need to shade 2/3 of this rectangle. This is what it looks like when it's done. The next step we're going to take is to divide this rectangle into fourths horizontally. When we're finished, it will look like this. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 horizontal sections of this paper. The next thing I'm going to do is shade in 3 of the 4 sections of this rectangle. When I'm finished, it will look like this. You will notice that some of my boxes have been shaded twice. Those boxes are these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In total, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sections in this rectangle. This is going to become my denominator. Because I have double shaded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those sections, 6 is going to become my numerator. So 3/4 of 2/3 is 6/12. Here is your practice problem of the day. Find 1/4 of 3/5. Draw a rectangle in your notebook and shade sections as you've seen me do throughout this entire video. Good luck!